What men secretly think of older women. Oh, yeah, I'm going to spill the tea today. Keep watching. I've got a story where, of course, I'm going to look like a jackass. All for you so that you can learn valuable lessons. I will make myself look terrible. Let's go. All right, let me paint the scene. I got invited to, one of my matchmaking colleagues invited me to come to her event. Not as in a work setting, but for two settings. One, I could be in a work setting, or two, to meet women. And I decided to take my dating coach hat, throw it away over there, because I didn't need it for the evening. I was wanting to date. But to be perfectly candid, at that moment when I was doing this event, I was not in a space to look for a relationship. I was willing to date, but nothing serious. For people that have known me, I at some point was engaged, and at the point of doing this, I was somewhat recently off of that and not in a place for a relationship. Anyway, fast forward. I am standing there. I'm talking to one of my colleague buddies, and then I see this beautiful blonde woman walk in. And so far, most of the clientele for this event was substantially older than me. At the time when I went to this event, I was 35, and a lot of the people were in their 50s, 60s. So undateable based on kind of my criteria of being somewhat close to my age. So this beautiful blonde walks in with her girlfriend as well. So I go to my colleague and I'm like, I got to go see About a Girl. Name that movie. Put that in the comments if you know what that quote's from. It's a good one. Matt Damon's in it. Name the movie. All right, so I got to go see About a Girl. I'm like, I'll be back. I walk over to where they are and I start chatting with them. And I start hitting it off with the beautiful blonde. And things are going well. We end up hanging out for anywhere from 30 minutes to like an hour and a half-ish. And, you know, I'm like, eventually I kind of figure out that she's a bit older and actually has 2 kids. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Let me get her number and I guess we'll see what happens. So she was substantially older than me, had children that were pretty old, like teenagers, and I'm just, 35-year-old. I feel like a big age discrepancy here. So in my head, and this is how I'm an asshole, in my head, I thought this woman realized that there's no way we could be doing a relationship because the ages are just way off. And I was thinking, she's got 2 kids, she's got this big job, we're probably just going to have a sexual relationship. And we must be on the same page. And so, lesson learned for me is don't assume that you're on the same page. She's not a mind reader. I'm asking for a number that's giving her an inclination that I'm interested in. She doesn't know what I'm interested in, right? But anyway, we ended up going on a date, I think, a night or 2 later. And I assumed it was sex time, right? Because of older woman, kids, it must be sex. She must realize that I'm not looking for a relationship with her. She's got responsibilities, and I have 0 responsibilities. Why would I want that at this moment? So, what are men secretly thinking? They are thinking with this thing when there's older women most of the time. So, if a younger guy is going after a cougar, he's thinking, I might be able to get laid. And this is, I hate to do it, I'm just the messenger, don't shoot me. But he's thinking this woman's going to be grateful that she's got this hunky guy that's still got his body and his looks. And somehow, he's wanting to have sex with someone 10, 15, 20 years older. And how lucky she is. Right? Once again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what men think. It's not necessarily what I always think, but I guess in that past story. Crap. Why am I going to publish this? All right, I'm here to help you guys. I'm going to publish it. Now, it's not always what men think. If we're doing the rules and the exceptions, the rule is he's thinking with this thing. The exception is the guy who's like, I'm tired of dating these women that are immature and don't know what they want and maybe haven't gotten relationship experience. You know, there's something to be said about the woman that's gotten divorced, has kids. Like, taking care of kids is a big responsibility, and it really humbles a lot of us and causes us to get a skill set that, you know, folks that don't have kids have. So maybe he's like, oh, I finally found this woman that's like mature, has a good job, like has her life together. I'm craving that. I'm tired of dating quote unquote girls. I want a woman. So in those cases, you know, the guy is serious about finding you and is like, it's a breath of fresh air. I found this older, sophisticated woman. And it's just like when we see, you know, sometimes a young woman date an older man, she's like, ooh, financially successful, has his life together, is mature. Well, guess what? On the flip side, it's the same thing. Sometimes the guy's looking at the older woman and going, whoa, financially secure, has her life together, and so on. Okay? But for all you ladies watching, be careful. Communicate with the guy. Ask him what his intentions are. Don't be a bonehead like me and assume things. Find out what the deal is. Communicate. Really, my advice for pretty much every piece of dating and relationship advice is communicate at an effective way. And communication is tough, especially during stress, you know, when we get upset. So we're going to work on all that. We're going to give you the ways to execute all this. We're going to teach you how men operate so that you can communicate in an effective way. Ah, yes. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Kids, beautiful women, I love all of you. Don't castrate me. I'm an idiot too. We're all idiot. You know, we're all messing it up together. So thank you for... I guess that's part of the reason why I can be a coach is I've messed so many things up over so many years that I now have done so many things wrong that I may know some things to do right. Anyway, I love all of you. I'll put a video up there and there so you can keep watching content if you want. And we will see you on the following Tuesday for more videos. Love you guys.